Welcome to Lee's Intuitive Tarot. I'm Lee. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that you are here. I want to begin by saying thank you to all of my subscribers and Patreon members and to let you know that I really do appreciate you. So for today, I have a timeless spread for Aquarius, a weekly timeless spread for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus regarding love. I wanted to let you know that from now on, all of my readings are going to be timeless. There will be no dates on anything, although they'll come out weekly still, okay? I also wanted to let you know that there is an extended available for this reading as well as for all the other signs. There are two ways to purchase the extended. You can either pay for each one through PayPal, or you can join us over on Patreon and get access to all of my extendeds for one monthly price. The information on how to do so and the link for the Patreon is in the description box below. Before we begin, I have a disclaimer. This is a general reading and it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't, I encourage you to watch the videos for other signs in your chart. Tarot cards read energy, and energy is fluid, meaning these readings could focus on the past, present, or future, and the message may be flipped, opposite, reversed, or the situation could play out from the perspective of the cross-watcher. If you're interested in a personal reading, my contact information is in the description box below. Okay, let's start the reading. Hi, Aquarius. How are y'all doing today? I missed y'all. Y'all let the Sagittarius sneak up on you, didn't you? Okay, so this is for Aquarius spirit. It's a timeless weekly reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus regarding love. This is a a timeless weekly reading for Aquarius spirit, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus regarding love. This is a timeless weekly reading for Aquarius spirit. Okay, so today, what we're going to do, Aquarius, is we're going to get a message from your future lover, all right? So, first question, how do I open my heart to love? How does Aquarius open their heart to love? Anything else? Okay, how can Aquarius be more expressive in love? Anything else? Okay, how can Aquarius connect with the love within them? How can Aquarius be more trusting? Okay, what soul lesson is Aquarius learning about love? Okay, and how can Aquarius attract the partner who is perfect for them? Okay, Aquarius, if you want to work with me one-on-one, I have email and phone coaching packages available. Everything's in the description box below. I can craft something that is specific to your situation. Okay, Aquarius, your overall energy for this timeless weekly reading is telepathy. So this is talking about you and your person being able to communicate with each other through your connection, because for most of you, this is a twin flame connection, okay? So this is also talking about being able to sense each other's feelings and moods, and just having conversations mentally. You may be meeting on the 5D or seeing each other in dreams. It's going to be different for everyone, okay? All right. So this connection is also about you being able to rise from the ashes like the phoenix. This is a Scorpio card. So being able to rise up from the ashes as a new person after you've gone through your spiritual awakening, all right? Then we've got digging. This is talking about you spying on your person through social media. This is also what you watching this tarot card reading, that's considered digging as well. And then we've got abandonment wounds. I feel like this is something that you may need to focus on and you may need to continue to heal. For those of you that are doing the work, or if you're not, this is what you need to work on. This talks about you, having a fear of being left or forgiving to keep the masculine from leaving, being codependent, and having an inability to trust. Let me explain this to you. If you don't take care of your wounds, you cannot, spirit will not allow you to have a codependent relationship with your twin. So if you are trying to come back to your twin and you're wanting to be with them and no one else, then make sure you take care of as many of your abandonment wounds as you can, okay? Last card is the stillness. This is talking about you quieting your mind and staying connected to your true self, okay? And then also going with the flow. So this is talking about you remaining detached, all right? Because you cannot grip on and hang on to this outcome and expect it to come to fruition. You have to back off and let go at some point, which is what I've been telling you over the months and months and months, almost a year. Actually, next week will be a year for my channel that we've been talking about this, okay? And then you also have to heal your triggers. Okay, so first question. Like I said, this is a message from your future lover. So these are answers to these questions that I'm going to ask, okay? This is their answers to you. So the first question is, how do I open my heart to love? We got two different cards. Through the relationship with your soulmate or your twin flame, okay? So, you know, whether for some of you this may be a soulmate, but I feel like for the majority of you, Spirit is talking about a twin flame connection because we're talking about telepathy. And most people that I know don't have telepathy with their soulmate. So this is through a connection with your soulmate, because a connection with someone else may be preparing you for this relationship with your twin, okay? And then also by inspiration, by being inspired to open your heart to love. So you have to find the things that inspire you to do that, is what Spirit and your higher, your future lover is telling you. Okay, next question is, how can I be more expressive in love? So for you to be more expressive in love, Aquarius, your future lover is saying that you need to be more receptive to love. So you have to open yourself up. You know, we talk about this all the time, and that's why you're doing the work that you're doing. It's not just because you're going through spiritual growth, but it's to enable you to want to open yourself up and to not self-sabotage when you come to, you know, when it's time for you to be in a relationship. And this is also about confidence as well, because if you look at this picture, I just recently saw this. You see her standing here feeling confident, and then look at the shadow. She is Wonder Woman or Superwoman, or, you know, whatever image you want to give them. You can do Batman or Superman, or whatever it is you want to do if you're a male, because there's no gender in tarot. But Spirit is saying, and your future lover are both saying that you need to be confident, more confident, and you need to learn how to be more receptive in these situations, okay? All right, so we're moving to the next question. The next question is, how can I connect with the love that's within me? So in order to do that, give me 1 second. Sorry. Okay, in order for you to connect with the love within you, this is going to require you to heal your guilt wounds. So this can talk about you feeling sorry, possibly using guilt to manipulate, and being afraid to set boundaries. So like I said, this is all about self-love, self-care, and putting yourself first and healing the things that you need to heal, okay? And then the second thing is, for you to connect with the love within you, romance will help you to do that. So for those of you who may be in an interim relationship before you get with your twin, delve into that relationship and work on the things that, whatever shortcomings you have in that relationship, make sure you work those things out to prepare yourself for your twin, okay? All right, so now we're going to move to the next question. The next question is, how can you be more trusting? How can Aquarius be more trusting? So we've got two different cards. The first one is anger. So you need to let go of anger. Let go of things that you've been holding on to. This doesn't apply to everybody, but there's some of y'all in them comments that I talk to. And like I tell y'all, I read every comment. And some people, this is, like I said, it's not meant for everybody. Whoever it is, you know who it is. When I read the comments, I don't just read the comments. I can feel the energy behind it. And some people are angry as all get out, okay? I'm not just talking to Aquarius. This is any sign. So cross watchers, I'm talking to y'all too. They're angry. And so I'm like, how are you wanting to move forward and you're wanting to have a relationship with someone and want to love and be loved, but you're not letting go of your anger? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be angry. I'm not saying if somebody does something to you, you shouldn't have a reaction to it, because to me, there's nothing wrong with anger. People always want to say anger is a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's an emotion, just like everybody else. I mean, just like every other emotion. But what people don't understand is this life is about change. And so if you're angry about something, it's not something you need to sit in for the rest of your life, or sit in for months, or sit in for years, or whatever. For your higher good, for your higher self, to be able to become the person you want to be, you need to work to chip away at the things that you're angry about. Because you got to understand, at the end of the day, the things that have happened to you, Aquarius, in your life happened for a reason. Okay, the people that came in and stabbed you in the back and punched you in the gut, or whatever it was that they did, I'm just using that as metaphors. I'm not saying somebody's beating on you, but anybody that's come in and stepped on your toes in some kind of way or violated your space, they were meant to do that, because these people were placed in your life as blessings. You may not see them as blessings, but they were blessings to get you to be the type of person you came here to be. You have to go through strife and struggle and you know, whatever it is that you got to go through. You got to go through things in order to grow, because this is not a situation in this dimension or on this earth where we can just lay around all day eating grapes and playing, you know, harps and playing violins like angels and expect us to learn anything. You can only know how strong you are, or know what kind of staying power you have, or know the type of person you are. You can only know that by going through situations. Okay, you will never know how strong you are. You will never know what you're capable of. You will never know what you can aspire to if you don't go through certain things. Okay, so those of you that are walking around and you're upset and you're angry at the people who have done things to you, don't get me wrong, I've been in this energy as well. I carried this kind of stuff around for years. So like I said, when I talk to y'all, I'm talking to me too, because I've been where a lot of you are, and in some instances there may be some things that I'm still dealing with. But what Spirit has taught me, and what Spirit is trying to teach you, is that you got to let this stuff go at the end of the day. Because when you pass away, you need to ask yourself, when you're on your deathbed, what do you want to remember? You know, that Jimmy John stabbed you in the back 15 years ago? Or do you want to remember that beautiful, amazing relationship that you had with your twin flame, or beautiful, amazing relationship you had with your soulmate, or the types of relationships you had with your children and with other family members? Is that what you want to remember? Or do you want to remember all the negative stuff that happened to you? Because it's in your chart. It's supposed to happen. You agreed, you and the other person agreed to that stuff on the other side, just like the things that your twin flame did. Y'all agreed to that stuff on the other side to come over here to help each other elevate, to help each other have this spiritual ascension. So you got to understand that, Aquarius, and those of you that's carrying around this anger, let it go. Don't hold on to it, because do you know they say something about when you get angry and you get into an argument with somebody, or you just get angry, you suppress your immune system for like an hour or 3 hours. It's something crazy. And I'm just like, that is crazy. And then you got to think about your blood pressure, the things you're doing to your heart, all that kinds of stuff by getting angry. And like I said, it's not a bad thing. It's an emotion like everybody else. Like every other emotion. I don't know why I keep saying like everybody else. Like every other emotion. It's an emotion. Okay? But people want to label it as dirty. It's not dirty. It's when you allow it to escalate and you allow it to take you places that end up hurting you or end up hurting someone else. That's what the problem is with anger, is when you allow it to control you, for you to do things that you never had any intention of doing, or you like blindly charging ahead and you seeing red and you just want to kill everybody, that kind of stuff. It's not going to serve you, and it's not going to serve anybody else. So start to chip away at it. You know, because I'm telling you, as somebody who used to be angry, once you start to chip away at this, I'm telling you, it's an amazing feeling to know that a lot of things that used to piss you off, now you don't even give your attention to. You just like, yeah, whatever. And then you just go on with your life. Because save your energy for the things that deserve your energy, like your love, or like your children, or your family members, or hell, yourself. Number one, yourself. So that's what Spirit is trying to tell you with this anger card. Okay, you can have what it is you want. You can be more trusting, but the anger it's like it forms a shell over your heart, or forms a shell over your over your emotions and things like that, and then you don't come at things the right way because you're thinking about some stuff that happened in the past that's gone. It's gone. You can't get it back. You can't go back and fix it. It just happened. Just like what happened between you and your person. It happened. It was supposed to happen that way, because if it was supposed to happen some other kind of way, it would have. So let this anger go. Those of you who are holding on to it, you know who it is. You know who you are. You know the ones who are doing this. You know who you are. And I'm talking to you and telling you it's time to put the gun down, okay? All right, so like I said, the last card that's talking about how you can be more trusting. Your future lover is saying through karma. So paying off karmic debts owed from past lives and the present life. So this life is about learning how to let stuff go. Like I've told you this before. I've given you the analogy of the bumper cars. When you get in the bumper cars at the fair or at the amusement park, and somebody bumps into you, you don't jump out the car and get in their face and start screaming at them. What you do is you laugh it off and you move on. And so that is what the energy Spirit wants you to embody. I'm not saying that you ain't ever gonna have a negative response to something that somebody does. But for the most part, some of these things that we all get angry at, because like I said, I'm talking to everybody, they're trivial. When you think about it, like 15 years down the road, you're like, hell, I don't care about that now. I don't even know why the hell I was angry about it. Or a lot of times you can't even remember what the hell it was that you were angry about. But at the time, it seemed huge. It seemed huge to you, something like overwhelming. So don't incur, I always tell you this all the time anyway, don't incur other, more karma on yourself by trying to get other people back. Let them be. Because if they doing stuff to you, Aquarius, you got to understand, they got some issues that they need to clean up. So they already suffering in some kind of way if they feel the need to come at you. Because think about that. A happy person, somebody who is happy, wants everybody around them to be happy. Somebody who is doing stuff to get at people or to dig at people, they got some stuff they got to deal with. So you got to think of it like that and just let it go. Because a lot of times, I've told you this in the past as well, it's a test. Spirit is trying to test you to see if you really learned from past situations that you feel like you've learned from. But like I said, knowledge, intellectual knowledge is not the same thing as being able to put it into practice. You can know something consciously all day long, but until you experience a situation, and when you react from the way of what you know intellectually, that's how you know you really understand it. It really is applied knowledge and not intellectual. Because you have to, these lessons that you're learning, you're going to revisit them at some time. At some time in your life, and you have to understand there's going to be instances it's preparing you for the next step in your evolution, the next step in your spiritual growth, the next step in your life. So you got to realize, if you want to be in a relationship like this with this person, this is like the creme de la creme of relationships. Like I said, you will never have a connection with anybody else on this earth in this lifetime or any other lifetime like you have with this person. So you got to understand it and see it for what it is. The both of you have to prepare yourself for this. This is not something that it's fly by night. This is like a once in a lifetime chance to be with your twin. Those of you who want to be with your twin, those of you who don't, then give me a second, because I'm talking to the people who want to be with their twin. This is something that you're never going to get a chance to run across again. This will not happen with anybody else. Those of you that think there are more than one twin flame, there is not. You only have one in this lifetime. Okay? So this person, if you want to be with them, do what you need to do, but don't make the focus them, make the focus yourself. Okay? All right. So now we're going to move on to the next question. The next question says, what soul lesson am I learning about love? So the first soul lesson we have is passive, okay? So Spirit is telling you, and your lover, your future lover is telling you with this card, that you have to work on the passive aggressiveness, all right? This is talking about you avoiding direct or clear communication, having a fear of intimacy or competition, making excuses, blaming others, playing the victim, hiding anger, which we just talked about anger. So, like I said, you got to learn to shake some of this stuff off. I know that it can seem like everybody or everything is coming down on you at one time at certain points in your life, but that's when you really have to work your hardest to let go of some of that stuff so that it doesn't feel like it's piling up. The reason why it feels like it's piling up, Aquarius, is because you're not getting rid of the past situations when things happen. So if you have a situation where something happens, and then let's say you have something one day, let's say today something happens to you, and then tomorrow something else happens to you, you need to make sure you go back to the thing that happened to you today and clear it up. Get it out of your energy. Let it go. And then so that tomorrow, when the other thing happens to you, you don't feel like overwhelmed and like, oh God, why is all this stuff coming at me at one time? Like I said, working on yourself, personal development, doing this healing and things like this, this is ongoing. It never stops because you're always here living. You're always here learning lessons, and there are going to be things that occur, okay? So you got to let go of being passive. Learn how to be direct about your communication. Tell the person how you feel. Because let me tell you this, if somebody is meant to be in your life, it doesn't matter, what you tell them. As long as you ain't being abusive and you're not being, constantly disrespectful, that person is going to be there. You shouldn't have to wear a mask or not be who you truly are in order to have people love you and accept you. Because if they're loving and accepting you with that mask on, they don't really love and accept you. They're loving and accepting that representative that's showing up in that mask. It's not really you. Okay? So, next card for what soul lesson you're learning about love is recognition. Spirit is saying that you need to be proud of yourself for the work that you've done on yourself, because this awakening is not easy. It's a lot of stuff you have to go through. That dark night of the soul by itself is a monster by itself. So you have to learn how to give yourself credit for all the hard work that you've done. Pat yourself on the back and be proud, Aquarius, because this journey ain't for the weak, okay? All right. Now, we got one more question. It's how can you attract a partner who is perfect for you? Okay. First, we got this desire card. So I feel like this is Spirit saying that you need to temper your desire, okay? But you also need to know what your desires are. But I feel like Spirit is talking about this where it comes for the extreme attraction that you have with your person. This is about you learning how to temper that, and also by learning, I think it's twofold. The second thing is by learning, what desires you actually have in your life, okay? Making a list of the things that you want to do in your life and focusing on those, because you putting your life in order is what's going to attract your person to you. You working on yourself is what's going to attract your person to you, okay? Then the last card we've got is self-care. So this is first and foremost, I say this every week. It's about you focusing on yourself, loving yourself, and taking care of and tending to your needs before anyone else's. All right? Okay, Aquarius. If this is your story, let's head on over to the extended. There, we're going to discuss your story by pulling cards for your person. We'll find out how they feel about you, their intentions with the relationship, any actions they plan on taking, challenges, and we'll get some advice from Spirit. If you want to purchase the extended, there are 2 ways to do so. All that information is in the description box below. If I don't see you there, I'll see you in the next video. Okay, Aquarius, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Let me know in the comments what resonated with you. My contact information is in the description box if you'd like to book a personal reading. And don't forget to hit the like button to subscribe and to hit the notification bell to know when I post new readings. Please have a good day, night, or evening. And thank you for letting me read for you. And we out.